And I started recording, and my son is yelling in the background. Son, can you go somewhere else?
I had some puppy issues.
Is there any unit anybody wanted to test? Is there any unit anybody
What do
wanted
you
to test?
What do you want me to bring?
At least one cav.
Pikes.
It's fine. Whoa, whole bunch of people joined.
Yeah. What's
Oh, they
It's
must
too
be,
simple.
these are all level 1 people, so they're probably NPCs.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it balances out the fights.
Looks like he gave you some weirdos too.
Yeah.
All right, interesting. Cool. Well, this was even better because now we got NPCs to run over. So let me share my screen in Discord so everybody can see. Just go to a supply point and hang out until otherwise, and we'll let the NPCs fight or whatever. And you guys can watch my Discord as I share it. Hang on. So, for those of you who don't know, I use push to talk as my center mouse, which makes this little circle come up. I don't even see it anymore, so bear with me. So, first thing I'm going to do is for our cav training is I'm going to show you how to move. So, the biggest thing with cav is to make sure you never stop moving your cav. So, my cav has stopped, which means they're ripe for the pickings. As a longsword, I would dive right in the middle of Keshigs that ain't moving and start swinging because I can stagger half of them. I'd probably die if they hit their 2, but by the time that I'll get half of them dead by the time they realize that I'm hitting them. So you see me, this is hitting X. If you don't know about that, now you do. Another trick is you can hold X, and now I can move wherever I want on the map. So I'm sure everybody already knew that. But what I try to do is keep my cav out in front of me. So the other thing that holding that X down and moving around is I can go a different direction with my cav. So, for example, I can send my cav over there, get ready for A attack, but I can come peek at B, see what I'm doing here, and they're like, okay, cool, B is good. And then I can come back over here and then do whatever I want to do with my cav, and I don't have to worry about them getting hit. Now they're not moving, bad cav. All right, so that's the gist of the cav for the moving. So there's really only 3 types of cav. I know there's a lot more cav units than that, but there's melee cav, which is what the Keshigs are. They have a charge, most of them anyway, but it's not terribly good. They're just really good at hacking and slashing. Their real benefit is that they're really fast in the field. There's Lancer Cav, which is exactly what it sounds like. They got a big lance, they lance and charge. There's Range Cav, which shoot and stay out of melee. There's kind of some hybrid-y shit like Liao's, but I'm not going to go into those. So that's the cav. So what we're going to do is I've kind of talked about the maneuvering. So who's the mall that's right near me? This is, stop moving please.
Might be me.
Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to, you can kill all those NPCs. So you can see you just charged with those Keshigs. Probably just hit 2 and we'll start getting deleted. There's also range shooting at you, so their units are slowly going to eat you. Anyway, so what we're doing is, so with Cav, the big thing is your lines, right? Because the big thing with Cav is the charge, like that right there. Came through and ate a bunch of stuff. So that's another reason why you don't want your Cav standing still, is because you know that they're going to come and hit you. So I'm not going to go over specific units of Cav. I'm going to go over just Cav in general. So if you think of Cav as a boat, when you turn, they don't turn right away. And I'll show you. Keeping their speed up, I'm going to do a U-turn. So I'm going out. You see they're all going. And I'm slowly turning them. Slowly turning them. Slowly turning them. And you'll notice I didn't rear up and stop or lose momentum. But if I do that same thing in a V, so I'm running out over here to go there, and I say, oh, I don't want to go that way. See, they immediately stop and come back, which means they lose all their momentum, and Cav that ain't moving are dead Cav. So if I'm going this way and I say, hey, I don't want to hit those pikes, like those pikes are coming after me, I'll go around them and I'll go in a circle. And you see how I'm moving them? I don't have to be where my cav is. That's how you play cav. I'm moving them all around. All right. So the other thing is cav is the charges are just what you think they are. They're high damage, high impact. That's what they're there for. So how do you make them more effective? One, obviously hit people from the back. Don't hit anything braced. And that's about it. The other thing, oh, and teamwork. Let me kill these guys. They're very persistent. So, whenever you cav with somebody, especially if there's more than one of you, you're going to be doing cross charges. So, who's that? Somebody that's on my team, come over towards A. Sorry if you hear my son yelling in the background. And do you have cav? I guess I should have asked. Sorry, somebody with cav.
You're the only one on your team.
Okay, Junie, do you have cav? Yep. Can you come up? Yep. Is that you coming? Yep, cool. So Junie's here. So now Junie and I are going to cross charge onto A. I don't care if there's not a unit here. We're going to practice. So we're going to time it and line up our charge. So right now I got to do an about face. So I need to add mentally 2 seconds to my charge time. So that when he calls, I'm charging, I'm going to charge, I can start lining up. Do I want to be this way? No, I don't, because I'm not facing the right way. So I'm going this way, and I'm opposite of him, so I'm waiting on him to line up his charge. And if I'm there first, I'm like, I'm in position, I can charge. Then he'll call the ball. So Junie doesn't have a mic, or he's not chatting. So I'm going to go ahead and call the ball. He's lining up. Junie, I'm ready to charge. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, charge. So we charge, and if you look, our cav hit roughly at the same time. Why that's important is because if something's braced, one, it might not brace towards you. It can't brace towards both of you. Now, of course, everybody knows that Madao turn and will hit whatever is attacking them. So, but they have a limited amount of times that they can attack per charge. When something charges. So by having 2 people charge, you're more likely to get the damage. So you're really surviving. More of your unit will survive that is charging, which means you're doing more damage for you, and then of course you're doing more for damage for his attack as well. So what we're going to do now is the other team, you're just going to practice charging A. I'll put my units there so you can have something to charge. Make it juicy. Oh, I didn't see this guy. So, Judy, go ahead and get your guys out of the way. I don't know if you're over here or not, but... So I see... If you look, there's 2 guys that are getting here. I see X-Rain and... I can't tell you on the map. Whoever the mall is. Okay. So, you see how they're on the same side? They can't cross-charge. Can you leave me alone, please? Give me 15 minutes. Do we have anybody else that's paying attention?
Yeah, I'm coming up the hill.
Can you take him, please, baby?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
So there's only 2 people on that other team?
Yeah, why is it wet?
Oh, Mayhem died. Kona, where are you at? Kona, Kriya, X-Ray, what's going on?
I'm up on the hill by the mall.
All right, hit tab.
It's Kriya. Yep.
There you go. Now you got 3 people, I think. Yeah, X-Ray, Kriya, and Kona. Now all 3 of you are going to charge A.
Okay.
And then it's going to be, you guys call it.
3, 2, 1, go. Where's everybody?
I kind of fucking missed.
See,
I was
and
in,
that's
I was in
okay.
the hills.
It's okay. That's what we're here for. That's why we're training. So, you saw the difference between the first one we did, where we were pretty much on the point at the same time, and how none of those were on the point at the same time, pretty much.
Yep.
That's what we got to work on. So, and part of that is the only way to do it is practice. So, knowing how far you got to be from somebody, and how fast cav you are. For example, if somebody's got monastics, they're going to charge infinitely slower than someone else.
Also, I know this is like, is everybody familiar with like a momentum with Cav?
And you guys can go ahead and cap some points so this doesn't end right away.
The AI is doing all that.
X-Ray, can I talk to you in a private chat?
I'm gonna go get
Is
B, I
it-
guess.
A rush?
I'll DM you.
So, and then just so you can kind of tell what I think he was getting at with momentum is how if you're already moving, how fast it takes you to go into your charge is a lot less. So Xing past where you're going to go. The other thing that I would recommend, because stopped cav is bad cav, is when you charge further than you need to. Let's say I was going after somebody right there. I'd make sure I would charge all the way through. That way my cav can do something else. I'm going to turn off my guns or my whatever range. So the other thing that people I see a lot of, or one thing that you need to learn about cav, is their pathing. So if you look at my cav, and I'm coming over here to line up a charge, look at this clusterfuck. Look at this clusterfuck. Like half of them are over here, all that other shit. So you need to be conscientious of that when you're moving. So when you line up for your charge, you don't want to be all spread out and only 5 of them come in. So, for example, if you look at that path that I went through, this rock is going to cause problems. This tiny passage is going to cause problems. So I'll X-path it and you'll see the actual pathing. Not too bad because it's in a straight line. And that's how you get through when you can, a straight line. Now, let's say, I'll move them over here. Going through the same thing, but I'm going to go at a slight angle. See that they kind of get all caught up and they just bounce off that shit over there?
Yeah. So what were you using there? Just C or what? I missed that.
I X past
E-
stuff.
X. The X forward and then X back just to show the pathing that they do going forward and backwards.
So that's a straight shot because I went in a straight shot. So maybe that might not be what I really want to do, because let's say like I just moved through here and what I really want to do is cross charge over here. Like right now, let's say I want to charge on the other side of that yurt, that circular building right there. I can come over here and then go through. But obviously the obvious choice in that would be to come over here and then charge because there's a bigger path. But let's say there was pike blocking that and I want to come through. So instead of, if my pike or if my unit is over here, there's pike where that blocking off this road here, then I need to go through. I'm going to move my unit here and then I'm going to line it up for this straight shot here to get behind the pike. And you'll see even though I did it the right way, 3 of them went the wrong way. So those 3 are now dead because they just ran into the pike. But now I can back charge the pike with the rest. So moving your shit around is just as important as lining up your charges. So the big things that I want people to take away from is don't charge braced units. Now if you're part of a team that's triple, charging or whatever, that's fine. Because somebody's got to take the first hit, right? Especially on Madaus, because everybody's going to get hit. And then the other thing I want you to do is make sure, try to keep your unit moving and in formation, and then to cross charge. So you want one guy charging from one way, somebody else charging from the other direction, and 3 if you really can. But realistically, in most battles, 2 is what you're going to get. Any questions about cav? That is just short, sweet, how to maneuver your cav. Start working on this. If people start getting more interested, I'll get a lot more in depth. I'll go over each cav unit, how to use specific things, what units are good, and all that other stuff, if that's something that people are interested in.
Unrelated question. Telemir, why do you keep opening your email thing?
That's
You
just push to talk.
Just
my
push
push
to
to talk.
talk.
Oh, okay.